What is up, everybody? We're going to get started pretty dang soon. Crew members get into the lounge. We're going to have a quick little meeting. Rookie members take the rest of the people to the classroom. Let's get this stuff going pretty soon. The hell did you do, Matt?
What the heck did you do, Matt? Oh, I don't smell any food in here, Matt. Hey, I'm hungry. What the heck? Matt, you didn't pick up the burritos? Where you at? What the heck? Go ahead and play some pool. I'm pretty sure none of you thought that this was the actual pool table. We typically have food here, but Matt did not bring us anything. But anyways, besides the point, we're here to learn something. Crew members, today we're going to raise some money for charity. So Policing Equity, it's a charity that's going to bring in some research, scientific method type stuff to police departments, and it's going to help out police departments basically be better at what they do. And it's something that I would do as a firefighter. We would always listen to scientific research and change up what we do. You know, CPR turned into CCR, you know, spinal mobilization turned into selective spinal mobilization with proper research. And I think this is going to be something that's going to be really good for the police departments out there, and I really honestly want them to start doing it for firefighters too. So anyways, that's kind of what we do here on this channel. We look at scientific stuff. We make it nice and easy and palatable for the everyday person, and that's what we're doing here. So I know, Matt, you're doing your best, but you know what? Ooh, I'm pretty dang hungry. So make sure you guys share this video. We're going to try to raise a lot of money. Right now we're at, I don't even know what we're at right now. What can somebody write in the chat what we're at? The goal is 250. I'm going to have to figure it out. But anyways, crew members, go ahead and let everybody know that this is what we're going to be doing. And let's go ahead and get into the classroom and get started pretty dang soon. All right.
Hopefully there's some food in here. There's no food in here. No food on the table. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm not frustrated at all with Matt or anything like that. Not at all. I give Matt a lot of shit, but man, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We got a lot of cool things planned. I'm going to bring up my stream on my phone right here on the desk, and that way I can keep an eye on the donations. So what are we at, guys? What are we at on donations? I'm going to see what I can find. Come on. Come on. Where are we at? Where are we at? I'm going to go to my Discord. I'm going to go click the link. Nope, that How to Break a Hip is not the one. That was from earlier today. Go to my announcements, and there it is. We're going to take a quick look at what we're at. Go ahead and pause it. All right, got it. Let's see. $110? What? $110 out of 250 raised so far. You know what? I didn't get to do my own donation yet. So I'm going to go ahead and donate 20. I'm going to donate 20. Now, I'm thinking about, there we are. Now, I'm thinking about doing some fundraising for, I got some ideas. Anyways, so real quick, what we're going to be doing is the Center for Policing Equity uses science to promote justice, a research and action think tank. We use data-driven interventions to help law enforcement examine their policies, behaviors, and practices to eliminate biased policing and ensure safer communities. We analyze data on stops, police contact, and use of force, and measure disparities in order to understand and recommend changes for law enforcement procedures. We use data to build fairer and more just systems. We partner with law enforcement and communities. Our aim is to bridge and divide communication, general mistrust, and suffering. So that right there, I think all departments should be doing that themselves in terms of continuing education, after action reviews of prior events, how to do better, how to help out when it comes to keeping the trust of the public with you. all those different things. I think that's really, really good. And at no point, and I know some of you guys are probably thinking, it's like, well, why are we talking about police and everything and equity? And it's like, this is the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Well, part of it is about racial bias, but when I read this, it has nothing about race. When I read this, it's about, the policies, behaviors, and practices that eliminate bias policing and ensure safer communities. That's what I care about. And then, that also plays into how do cops interact with mental illness and, transients that have mental illness, getting frustrated, not having the patience, all those different things. That's kind of where I'm getting at. So a lot of that stuff, it's going to be very beneficial for a lot of different walks of life. So I absolutely love that. And I think it's going to make communities a lot safer and really trust the police more. And that's really what I want to do. I want to find actual solutions to some problems that we have out there. And when I learn, I try to make things relatable to you guys, but I also need to understand, have a better understanding of how you guys operate. And the only way I can do that is with research. And that's why I do a lot of polls and try to figure out what age you are, how long you've been riding, what type of interests you guys have. And I think that's what they're going to be doing. So I'm pretty happy. I looked into how they use their funds, and their funds are, they're really highly rated. So I'm excited about that. And those are the only charities I pick. So while we're here, I do want to give shout outs to those that are donating. But right away, I want to say welcome new member Ivan Petrov for being a brand new rookie member. Andy Martin, crew member. Gavin Moan, rookie member. Peppa Jack, rookie member. Scott, how you doing, man? You got an upgrade. We got a promotion from Scott. Veteran crew status. We got an anonymous donation of $20 to the policing equity, and then trigger to love, baby, $50. Woo, baby, we're gonna get to the goal real quick. And remember, guys, we're gonna be moving charities around. Last week we raised quite a bit of money for mental health for EMS workers, and now we're gonna help out police officers and others policing with better research and better tactics. So I think that's really cool. What's up, Speedy Guns? How you doing? Once we hit 100 likes, guys, when we sign in, we're going to go ahead and start this. So go ahead and click that sign in sheet. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to let this play in the background so you have at least something to look at. And this is going to be a Moto Stars, but we do have some car stuff. Once again, we also have another motorcycles thing. So we're going to be doing quite a bit. I'm super excited about what we're doing and how we're getting there. So let's go ahead and keep it going, baby. 180 out of 250. Ooh-wee. It's insane. So make sure you guys sign in. We're waking up. I got myself an energy drink. We're going to go ahead and get going real soon, letting people take their seats. Make sure you sign in. Like I said, that car looked a little interesting. The wrong side of the road. But hope you guys are having a good day. Urban Medic, how you doing, man? What's up, CRG Motors? Ooh, Bridal Joe Stranger got his new crew shirt and patch on. All geared up and ready to stream, baby. Ooh, I got mine too, baby. Yeah. Good to have you. Make sure you have your uniform on when you're in the station, especially if we're doing business and being, on the jobs. Fef donated 20 for the Center of Policing Equity. Thank you. That is so cool. I'm excited because, I'm going to give you a quick little story about what I, had during the fire service is that we had different private organizations that worked with us, and one of them was the CIA. Not that one, not the Center of Intelligence Agency, whatever, Central Intelligence, whatever. It was the Crisis Intervention. I don't know if it was. I think it was agency, Crisis Intervention Agency. So whenever we had an issue with, like, let's say a dementia patient, like really bad dementia. I'll just give you the example. I had a patient that was an elderly woman that we went to, and super high fever, probably UTI. I know it sounds a little gross, but here's the thing: you get that kind of stuff when you're older. But severe dementia, but with that, it caused some cognitive decline with the UTI. So we're having trouble trying to interact with this patient. So we called in the crisis intervention agent. I don't even know I think it's agency, and they came in and were able to mitigate the situation with better training, because that's what they focused on compared to us, where we focus on a little bit. We know a little bit about how to handle that, and they handled it extremely well, like way better. Like they got it going, they had it happen, and were able to get the necessary care for them. So when I see these types of things, when I see the eliminating the bias in policing, the policing equity, when I see that, that's my assumption. It's what's happening is that they're going to get better resources, maybe actually get an agency like that, or at least find out that that's what they need and then go out and searching for that, because then that could be better suited for that type of call. So that's what I'm really excited about. Nobody donated 5. Thank you so much. Anton Rose. Hopefully I said that Rouse. Hopefully I said that right. Welcome to the crew, baby. Woo. Good to have you. Good to have you. Trigger to love, you're insane though. Absolutely insane. I love seeing all of the members in the chat. That's really cool. Once we hit 100 likes, guys, once we hit it, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. But I'm just kind of giving you guys my story when it comes to having different resources for different things. And I think this is a great cause. And we're going to be moving on to more mental health and men's health issues in the future on top of these types of things. Whoa! Whoa! Anybody else see that in the chat? Anybody else see that in the chat? Oh! Anonymous just donate. I don't know who you is, man. Whoever you are. Whoever you are. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Wow. $250 donation to the Center for Policing Equity from an anonymous donor. Oh, man. Whoa, man. Wow, we were first 15 minutes of the stream and we're already at $455 out of the $250. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane. We're doing some good things here, guys. The crew is absolutely insane. Like, you guys, we're doing some good things for this community. We're doing good, not just for the community now, you know? We're doing good things for so many people. So many people. Because of you guys. Blown away. Blown away. Woo-wee. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just like last week, if we hit 500 people watching, I'll do another donation. Okay, guys? Let's see if we can get 500 people in the class. Let's see how many donations we can get for this. Wow. Absolutely amazing. 65 likes right now. Once we hit 100 likes, we're going to get going. Or if we get a little bit close, we'll go ahead and get going. Wow. Absolutely insane. Oh, man. Oh, man. I got some cool ideas going, and I can't wait. You guys are you guys are insane. You know what? Screw it. Let's just get going. Let's get going. Let's see if we can get 100 likes, though. Let's go ahead and bring this back to the beginning. There we go. Absolutely insane. Get the volume on for you guys. Wow. $455 out of 250. Woo, baby. After the stream is over, I will take away the goal and just make it a continuous. So we'll see if it gets any higher after the stream ends. So if you're looking to donate and you're watching this on the rebroadcast, just realize that you can still donate. I will take off the $250 cap or the goal, and I'll just make it ongoing. But you guys ready? Let's go ahead and sign in, everybody. Let's go ahead and sign in. Remember, today's a charity stream. Anonymous just donated another 10. You know, Anonymous could be anybody, but man, you guys are absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. Exactly, Krissa. Exactly. Yeah, hey, 250 is all I'm trying for, but if you guys go above and beyond, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. Woo.
Guys, put the stars
Whoa.
here.
Whoa, that's loud. Let me go and turn that down for me.
Today I've got a really intense video for you, so check this out and ride safe.
I'm sorry to hear about that, Krissa, though. I really am sorry to hear about that. That's not good at all. At all. Hopefully we change something, though.
This bike decided not to let up seeing the car going in the wrong direction.
It's so loud. So freaking loud. Wow. All right. This one was obnoxious. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Decided not to let up seeing the car going in the wrong direction.
Okay, so right here, right away, you see that there's headlights in the front of a vehicle in your lane. So, uncommon thing in a common situation. So right here, the goal is not to speed up to see what this is all about. Because who knows? Maybe that person is coming to us at a high rate of speed. Who knows, right? Who knows? So the main thing here is that we need to be super aware that this is a hazard. And we kind of creep up to it and figure out what's going on. So right here, already starting to honk the horn. It's like, okay, fine, go ahead and do that if you want to. But the goal is not to get closer. So when he revs and he gets closer and closer and closer and he's not slowing down, then he's actually putting himself in the situation. Right here, this spot is a good spot to be in to see what happens. So right here is where I want to stay. I want to stay right here. Don't get closer to find out. And because the only time you want to get closer is if like this person is completely stopped, there might be an issue, and then you kind of creep around, you know? But if that vehicle is still moving towards you and they're just kind of passing people or they're getting in the lane or trying to do something, then you just don't get close. Don't get close. Remember, guys, these are landmines. Another thing is that if you're hyper-focused on this, remember that these vehicles on the parked side, on the right, they're not a part of the situation. So you're a part of this whole thing where you're focused on this. These people are like, whatever, not a big deal. And they're going to pull out in front of you, maybe. Who knows? So you still have hazards on the right. You still, maybe not hazards on the left. Typically, people aren't going to cross this double yellow. They want to turn left at the light. But you have this hazard and these potential hazards. So this one should take precedence over the ones on the side. But still, you want to be very careful and get close but slow. Like, when I say get close, you want to get closer but slowly. So you can go ahead and creep along. But you see how he's gunning it? It's like he wants to get close because he wants them to hear the horn. This horn is absolutely massively loud. It's an aftermarket horn, probably like 100 plus decibels. This vehicle could easily get into this lane at any point, even right now. But I still don't want to get close to them. So, like, why is it now we're at this point where we're this close, and this is going to cause a lot of stress for this van driver, and who knows, they might not want to, or not want to, they might not, I'm getting distracted from all the donations, guys, trust me. They can't move. They can't move. We're going to box them in. They're boxed in by this guy. They're boxed in by the people coming in. They're boxed in by us. Now we're honking the horn, creating stress. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Creating a lot of stress for this driver. And this is kind of where it goes back to where I need you guys, and when I say I need you guys, I really want you guys. I want you guys to be courteous drivers, courteous riders. So the horn is one thing, okay? Go ahead and shoot your horn way back there to let them know, hey, I'm coming. But then if you get close, don't just keep it on them, because now it's like somebody yelling at you to move. Like they're like yelling. How many of you guys have felt that at work? Like a boss is yelling at you to get something done, and you're trying to get it done, but they keep yelling at you or whatever, and it's causing you to screw up, it's causing you to panic, it's causing you to get pissed off. That's exactly what's happening here. And so this driver is going to get pissed off. This driver is going to do some stupid, erratic things and totally screw up, even though they probably know what to do. They just screw it up, and now you're going to have problems, all because we wanted to lay on the horn and get it on camera. That's not what we should be doing. When we're at this point, go ahead and lay on the horn. Let them know, especially if you have something this high of a decibel. They're going to hear it, and they're definitely going to see you. Okay, so, but then from right here, go ahead and creep up slowly. Just creep up extremely slowly. I'm talking like 5-10 miles an hour, taking an opportunity to do a straight line, slow speed maneuver. You know, whatever it is. Okay, so, but don't get up on their ass. Okay, this is starting to piss me off. We're going to move to a different video, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Don't do this type of crap. Okay, I'm not going to... I know we're... It's a charity stream, damn it. Okay, charity stream. We're moving on. We're moving on. I ain't gonna mess with that. Nope. Sorry. Sorry. So I'm gonna get myself in a better mood right now. Anonymous with a $50 donation. What? And then Daniel Thompson with the best name ever, Daniel. Ooh, with a $50 donation. You guys are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Woo-wee. Guys, remember, we do have the charity today, so if you want to donate, please do so. This is a charity stream. Can't wait, guys. Let's do it. Yeah, exactly. An escalation of a non-issue. Exactly. Ay. All right, what's happening here?
We have a very similar situation,
Roundabout?
but the driver completely doesn't care.
I don't agree with these comments, but you know, that's what he believes. He's on the wrong way? Okay. So wrong way road.
Driver completely doesn't care.
So completely doesn't care. Maybe made a mistake, and it's like there's nothing they could do. But you see this right here? This is what bothers me.
Completely doesn't care.
So he's gonna make his turn. He's making his turn. So this is the angle of the bike. This is the angle of the turn. And then he straightens up to aim it towards the hazard. So he straightened up his bike to aim it towards the hazard, just so he can honk the horn. If we're so concerned about this being a hazard and possibly hitting us, why are we going straight towards it? Cried off. We're going straight towards the hazard. Is that the reaction we should be having? Or should we just be like, hey man, you're on the wrong side of the road. What you doing, man? Versus, what the fuck are you doing? You could just be like, hey man, you're going the wrong side of the road. He's like, I know, man. I screwed up. All right. He's at the roundabout. He can fix it, right? Non-issue. Move on. $562 raised. Woo. All right, let's see how many more non-issues we can deal with today. All right, let's see what happens here. Went on a big group ride out to Matlock. Little did I know I would end this way, LOLs. Thankfully, no one was hurt. This crash could have been much worse. I'm glad it wasn't. So we're approaching Matlock around 4 miles away, going through the country lanes and having the time of our lives. Then out of nowhere, appears gravel in the road, which made the leader of the group crash into bushes and come off road. I didn't quite see that part, but as I approached and had to quickly slow down and pull over, the biker behind me was too busy looking at the other guy that had crashed. Okay, so we have target fixation. Okay, cool. All right, explanation. Very good.
Whoa. No.
There it is.
Whoa. Yeah, the bike's fucked. Alright. Yeah, I'm good. The bike in. Look. Sorry, dude.
Oh, it's the XNR dev, really?
Now the clutch is.
All right, so target fixation was the cause of this one. Why are people on the side of the road? All right, so we're coming around the corner, and there's people on the side of the road. All right, so go around them. We're going really close to them right here, so maybe we're staring at them, target fixation, look where you want to go type thing. So got around them, but now this is where you need to ride your own ride. So this is where it's super important for you to not pay attention to following the person in front. Like, you don't want to follow the person in front. You just don't want to do what they do. You want to see what they're doing, but then look around them. When you're in a group ride, treat the group as a group of cars. Like, you're riding with cars. So you still want to have good vision. You still want to have good space cushion. You still want to have your own idea of where you need to go for escape paths. You don't want to follow other people. And I think that's exactly what's happening here.
No.
Because this person that's about to hit us was not riding their own ride. They were assuming that the vehicles in front were going to keep going and weren't maintaining the space cushion, wasn't maintaining their situational awareness. So this is more likely a white staged rider. And that's one of the big problems I have with group rides, especially large group rides, is that you get complacent and you start just following people. This is why I like a group ride of 2 or 3 others. So, or maybe even just 1 to 3 others. So it'd be 2 to 4 people, including me. And that's typically where I want to stay at. I don't want to do huge group rides because then you start having the mentality of, just following each other. So let's just follow the leader type thing. And it's like, I understand we have a destination we need to go to. There is a leader, there is a sweeper, there is somebody in the back and in the front, all these different things. That's fine. But you also need to pay attention to how you're riding yourself. Okay, you don't want to do this. There you go. So yeah, don't chase the leader, not worth in many cases. Don't be a street Rossi. Yep. Yeah, yep. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Still waking up, everybody. It's an early stream. And I see a lot of you guys are still waking up. We haven't even hit 100 likes. 100 people signed in. Typically, by now, we have quite a few more people. So let's go ahead and get this going, everybody. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and announce this stream on the Discord, which is absolutely 100% free, by the way. But let's get more people in here. We need more people in the class. There we go.
This guy is too laid back.
Whoa, whoa. I don't get what happened. I don't get what happened there.
Looks like this guy is too laid back.
It looks like this guy's too laid back.
Looks like this guy is too laid back.
He's just having a good time. What is this? Why is this even a video? Yeah, maybe he shouldn't be doing that. I get it, but why is this even a... Okay. Nothing to learn there. Alright, so we're riding in traffic. Very good.
For a long time, the bucket tried to make the driver see the reason, but later it turned out to be in vain.
Alright, so more like a tailgating issue, right on his ass. So... I was gonna say he could just switch lanes, but the lane over is oncoming traffic. Okay, so not much you could do there. So multiple lanes. There you go. Let him in. Let him out. This is just. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I'm sorry. That is just. That was absolutely stupid. You know what? I'm gonna bring that back up. I'm gonna bring that back up. This type of shit, and I have a swear jar here, guys. I got my little swear jar. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and the thing is, a lot of it's the car driver stuff. You know, this is the idea of motorcycling, and it's like hooliganism, and it's like treating people. But I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are good riders, smart riders that are very courteous riding. They still get this though. They still get this, and this is what's frustrating me, is that good motorcyclists, including me, you know, I all the stuff I talk about, you know, I'm very courteous. I let people in. I still have that helmet fire of getting pissed off in my helmet, but I don't show it externally. And it's like I try my best, and then I see this type of stuff still. There's just, it's like people just think of motorcycle riders as assholes. I'll give you, I usually give everybody the full ass, not just the whole. But man, it's frustrating, right? Dante, it's fine. Thank you, man. John Michael with the $2. Woo! Thank you for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, today's charity stream. I'm trying my best to get in that mode of charity stream, but you know what? This type of stuff frustrates me. And it's like, it seems like that's all it is here. Yeah, it looks like it's all... I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Guys, here's the thing. Just be as courteous as you possibly can when you're out on the road. And you're going to see less and less of this. But I just have this feeling that there's a lot of riders out there that just love love to antagonize. And I'll talk more about this at the end of the stream. because this is a thought that I've been having for quite a while, and I want to bring it out as best I possibly can with a little bit more thought. So we're just going to put a pin in it, and we'll talk about it later when we're in my office. Let's move on. This is car stuff now. So look at that, loss of traction in a car. You hear the breathing? This is why I like bringing up car stuff. So if you have car friends, like if you have friends that are just into cars, they don't ride motorcycles, they don't care about riding motorcycles, bring them to the stream right now. Bring them to the stream right now. Bring them to the stream, because we're going to go over some car stuff. So right here, we got a turn, right? So this is one of the biggest concerns that we have as motorcycle riders, is that maybe a car is going to come into our lane, or we're going to go too wide and hit oncoming traffic. And one of the big problems with car driving is that look how tiny this road is. So when we have a tiny road like this, and we have two big trucks and two big vehicles, we kind of have to squeeze it together. So we really have to be really good. So the truck that's coming in is actually in our lane. So now what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We see it right here. You hear the first initial thing. You hear the honking of the horn, the smash of the horn. Okay, that right there is the same thing as a rev bomb. That's the same thing as using our horn on a bike. But is that going to solve the problem? It might actually grab this guy's attention, but why is it grabbing his attention? Here's auditory, and then it's going to be, visual up in front, and now he's paying attention. So that does help out quite a bit, but what happens if they don't hear us? What happens if they don't see us, and they're still in this path of travel? What do we do? So this is why having multiple modes of safety measures in place is going to help out. And escape paths, braking, the swerve into the escape paths are what you really want to do. So as a truck driver or as somebody in a car, the grass right here, the gravel or grass or whatever it is, the shoulder, that's actually an escape path. For a motorcyclist, going off-road like this is a good chance of actually losing the bike, but it's still going to be better than getting head-on traffic with this truck right here. So as a car driver, we do have options that motorcyclists don't have, but as motorcyclists, we have options that car drivers don't have. We can utilize the tiniest bit of road that we need and hope that this truck driver is going to move over just enough to where we can have a narrow gap to escape into. So as a car driver, we have other options. Motorcyclists, we don't have a ton of options, but we still have some advantages with such a tiny profile. The main thing here is seeing it ahead of time and not panicking. So typically a motorcycle rider will smash those brakes right here and dump the bike because they lost traction. So I'm going to move it back just a little bit, and you're going to see that the same method, the same exact thing happens to this car driver that has the dash cam, is that they are going to slam the brakes, and you're going to see the vehicle slide a little bit. So they did lock it up. There maybe not be ABS in here, or it locked up completely and didn't activate all these different things. Enter in 999 with a $20 donation to Center for Policing Equality. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But just watch. It happens to car driver. It also happens to motorcycle riders. And what is the things that we can do best for ourselves, or better for ourselves, is situationally aware. So on curves, just like in a car, just like in a motorcycle, treat it as an orange stage maneuver. Okay, we need to be very cautious and aware. Corners are still dangerous for car drivers, and this is a very good example of that. So right here, we see the car or the truck. Boom. You see that? You see that? So the same thing. It's okay to swerve into the grass. We can do that. And if it's somebody's private property, I don't care. I'm going to get myself out of this situation. So make sure you do a good red stage maneuver. So we're lucky that the truck that was coming head on actually saw us. And you see how he's going to swerve back into his lane like he's supposed to. But take a quick look. Okay, as a motorcyclist, we can go ahead and slow down a little bit. And where is our escape paths? We have one right here. Okay, still within our lane, still on asphalt, so we still have good traction. We can apply a little bit of braking pressure to decelerate just enough to allow this truck to move off enough to create a gap for us. So this is when the truck actually sees us and hears us, and they moved off. But if they didn't move off, we could still utilize some type of evasive maneuver, even on grass. So knowing how to handle grass, knowing how to handle traction loss is very important. So those of you that ride dirt bikes, those of you that ride anything off-road, you guys already know how well you are at handling loss of traction on the road. It's like a non-issue. You feel your rear tire slip because you applied a little bit too much rear brake. You're like, not a big deal. I do that off-road every day, all day. So you know how to handle it. So having cross-training on off-road and on-road is actually very helpful. So if you're mainly an on-road rider, try Try out a handle a little bit of that loss of traction. Do some slow speed stuff. Now move off into really sandy things. You're going to learn a lot more about that. And full throttle junkie, you have to be on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, that's fine. But man, I'm going to give you... you're freaking awesome, dude. You're freaking awesome. Woo! Freaking awesome, man. You know what? If we hit $1,200 raised, I'm going to give out 3 stickers, 3 DDFM crew stickers. It's a sticker that looks a lot like this one, but it's a sticker. I'm gonna give out 3 stickers if we hit 12. Motorcycle riding, it's all the same stuff, being a smart driver or a smart rider. So this is why I bring in car stuff. It's really important to understand. Full throttle junkie, man, freaking insane. So let's watch the incident again and just realize this happens to motorcycle riders all the time. That's a panic, but you know, it's scary, right?
He was in his ear maybe more than anybody else today. Granted, there's mostly a try.
Somebody get rear-ended?
But he looked pretty good on a couple of plays there.
I have a feeling somebody's gonna get rear-ended. There it is.
He's glue. He's a good plaster guy. Good. So that's encouraging to see. Yeah. So we'll have rookie mini camp coverage, and then early next week we'll have some more recap of it, and then some feature stories. You know, David Hill's on that list.
The rough one. Wow. Savannah with the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Oh, look at that. Left turner in front of somebody. Happens in a car too. So real quick, when we look at this. So this is, let's see where it's at. So this is Toronto, Ontario, Canada. All right, so we have, real quick, we're going to point out some factors here. We have dark, it's at night, so very low visibility. We have snow, so maybe cold tires, loss of traction type of stuff here and there. We have an intersection, so it's orange stage. So this is actually like the perfect storm for a crash or close call. We have somebody trying to beat the light, turning left in front of somebody, but we also have the car driver. Let's take a quick look. How long has this been a yellow light? So we have a yellow light from back here. I don't know how long yellow lights happen for you guys or what the dynamic is. Does it turn red? Did it turn red? Sorry, guys. Yeah, it turned red. So when I see a yellow like this and it's safe for me to stop, I will stop. Because I know that there's going to be somebody in the left turn lane, or I assume there's going to be somebody in the left turn lane wanting to turn, and they see that it's a yellow. They're like, okay, well, I'm just going to go. It's yellow. Everyone else is going to slow down and stop. That is what people think, and I understand that. Therefore, if I can stop safely when I see a yellow this far out, I will stop. I mean, you see, it's like 6 or 7 car lengths until the intersection, so why aren't we stopping? I don't know how long these lights last in Canada, but here it just seems like the yellow lights don't last very long, so I just stop anyways. And I even tell people in the car, hey guys, I'm stopping. Or it's like real quick, quick stop. I yell quick stop, or I say quick stop. It's just something that I used to do when I was in the ambulance. So letting people know in the back that I am stopping. And anonymous with a $16 donation. We're at $705 donated so far this stream. You guys are insane, but I would stop. You know. So I mean, we barely made it to the intersection, and it's red. So I mean, I get it. The left turner should be yielding to oncoming traffic, but look at is this the crosswalk, this line right here? Is this the crosswalk line? Because it's red before we even touch it. So to me, that seems a little unsafe. So that's the problem for me. So there were multiple things. You know, the left turner should have not done it when there's oncoming traffic, and the guy trying to beat the light shouldn't have made it. So there's different things we could do. So when I talk about motorcycle riding, a lot of it, I put the responsibility back on the motorcyclist, even if a car does this to us, because we need to present ourselves better. We need to roll off the throttle, maybe cover the brakes, orange stage, get ready for evasive maneuvers. So the car driver with the dash cam should not have went into the intersection because it was a long, stagnant yellow light. And then also this person should have been paying attention to. So either way, I feel both are at fault for any damages they both have. You know, the responsibility is on both of them. But, you know, legality, I'm pretty sure this person would get away with it. You know what I mean? I bet you witnesses will say that the car ran a red light or something like that. So it's going to be a tough one to fight, and it's going to be a tough one to figure out. But at the end of the day, I think we could all do better. All right, that's going to be copyrighted music. Sorry, guys. It's the Ramones. Oh. Hit the gas instead of the brake, basically. Hit the gas instead of the brake. West Palm Beach, Florida. There's the side of the vehicle, 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 side of the vehicle.
Oh, you called me.
You're calling.
So side of the vehicle, guys.
Oh, you called me.
Yep.
You're calling.
Side of the vehicle. Side of the vehicle right here. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, and impact. So when I talk about side of the vehicle for motorcycle riders, we definitely need to be paying attention to those because that's going to be a path of travel violation or a possible path of travel violation. This is in Carson City, Nevada. So when you see that, always, especially if they're continuing to move, always assume that they're going to keep moving. So he's moving. Now, typical assumption here is that they're going to go in the first available lane. Well, I don't trust that. I wait until the person gets into where they need to be going. Like they're straight on, they made that decision, they're stuck there now. Okay, so that's what I wait for. So right here, definitely not going to go into the first available lane. So at this point, you need to apply some brake pressure. You need to decelerate because you're going to run into this vehicle. And that's what happens. Yeah. Complete. They weren't paying attention. Just wasn't paying attention. Or just assumed that somebody would do the right thing and be in the first lane. So the green car drifted into my lane without stopping or checking to see if clear, absolutely no damage to the Jeep XJ. Okay. But still, just because they aren't paying attention doesn't mean we can't, because at the end of the day, I mean, it says there's no damage to the Jeep, but I mean, there could be massive damage. You don't want to deal with this, you know, you don't want to deal with this at all. So the best bet is to just avoid it at all costs. I have a feeling, real quick, guys, I have a feeling YouTube has not been putting out the video right now. What I'm seeing on my screen is not a lot of people are entering the stream. I think there might have been something wrong with this stream. But we're going to keep going for a little bit and see if anything changes. All right, watch out. This guy's moving around. Oh, snap. Not much you could do there. Silver Celica driver doesn't want to miss the exit. That's what happened. So look ahead, look at the middle. Tries to go all the way across, boom, right into that vehicle. There's nothing you could do in that situation. That red car, there was nothing that red car could have done. Just completely blindsided by that. That's why you wear gear if you're on a motorcycle. That's why you put your seatbelt on and have airbags. Suffers from the delay of disbelief. I haven't heard that one. Shot B. All right, California. Merging. Very hazardous. Oh! Can't anticipate that one. Can't anticipate that one. Yeah, I know you guys can see the video. That's maybe I didn't say it right. YouTube isn't pushing it out to subscriptions or browse features. You know what I mean? Maybe not for everybody.
And we asked
Dean's laying in bed.
Oh, maybe they are.
Stayed up all night.
All right, rear end.
Last chance. You wanna
What's
leave?
gonna happen? Not paying attention. White stage. White stage. Not paying attention. Not paying attention.
That brings
Didn't expect
us
that
to
one.
the second week of January 1993.
Oh my god.
See, that's one of my biggest fears while driving or riding, is that I'm slowing down. Or no, somebody in front of me is slowing down, and then now I have to slow down for that person. I'm hoping the person behind me slows down for me. You know what I mean? I hope. So that right there is a big fear. So since I hope somebody is going to slow down behind me, what I'm doing is I'm slowing down because of the person in front of me, but I'm also looking at my mirrors and I'm getting ready to escape, you know, whatever it is I have to do. Oh, you guys got notified? Okay. I don't know, guys. It's
I mentioned this in part 1 of our
typically
story.
we have like
This
400
is the
people in
week
here,
of the
and
most
we're only at
horrific
220.
murders.
Maybe it's just too early. I don't know. Okay, parking lots are very dangerous. Look at all the, just real quick before I know that guy's gonna come into our path of travel. Just take a quick look. We have 1, 2, 3. We just passed 1. That's 4, 5, and then there's a probably 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th intersection. The parking lots are legit dangerous. Parking lots are legit dangerous. A lot of accidents happen in parking lots. Got to be very careful. Thankfully, they're all slow speed stuff relative, you know. But as a motorcyclist, we can have a lot of problems. Even at slow speed, we can lose legs, lose arms, lose fingers, break bones, all these different things. So we got path of travel violation, left turner, and he's going to stop. See, that's one of the big problems I see with a lot of cars. See, people don't want to admit when they're wrong. People don't want to admit when they're wrong. He's not even going fast. Not even going fast. The truck, one second. The truck right here, he should have known that he did something wrong. Like, he knows he did something wrong, but he's going to put the blame on us. That's what he's doing right here. You're in a parking lot, slow down. The truck driver's getting pissed at us. So typically a motorcycle rider will feel like they were threatened, and they would chase them down, punch mirrors and stuff. It's just, yeah, exactly. So troll cop, the guy's crossing a solid yellow. He wasn't supposed to turn there. You're right. Look at that. He wasn't even supposed to turn there. You can see the yellow right here, right where my head is. So stupid. So stupid. All right, we're going to move into this one. What's happening here? Can't see nothing. Merging.
You saw that, right?
Yes,
So we talk about motorcycle riders getting sideswiped. It's like, you didn't see us. I mean, it happens to other cars, guys.
also.
Happens to cars. Blind spot.
Whoa.
Didn't check.
You saw that, right?
Yes,
We're gonna lightning round this one. All right, intersection yellow light. We have we're gonna stop here. Anybody? Okay, you're turning left on reds. That's fine. Get out of the intersection. This person was not paying attention, and there was an impact. So that person was not paying attention. Complete white stage. Maybe we were thinking that there was going to be a lagging left arrow or whatever. I don't know. Just not paying attention at all. So red light, they're getting out of the intersection. And then now we're going to have this vehicle not pay attention and move forward into traffic. That's going to happen. This is why when it's green does not mean it's necessarily time to go. You will still want to look left and right, so you can at least avoid getting T-boned for something like that. The compact driver claimed the sun was in her eyes and didn't see the light turn red, gave the footage to SUV driver. So sun in the eyes, guys. Sun in the eyes, time of day, very, 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 very important. So moving on to this one. All right, a cop. Okay, highway patrol. Right on the ass of that driver. Okay, we got around that car in the front, and we could barely see. See how we could barely see around? Oh, it was because it zoomed in. All right, so they pulled over somebody. I wonder why they pulled him over. This is a non-issue for us since it has nothing to do with us. So not much to learn from that.
But in an oral culture, there's no way to compare.
Oh, no. Ay, ay, ay. Woo-wee. That is what you call high mechanism of injury. Large compartment intrusion. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I'm going to play that. Sorry. That just caught me.
But in an oral culture, there's no way to compare the text because you've heard it.
Easily fatal.
You just have to remember it to know if this next iteration of it is the same as the one you just heard.
Easily fatal. I wonder what the... No, I want... Oh, man. I wonder what the rest of that... Oh, dude. This is why it's very important. Very, very important. This happens all the time. Oh, he's using a Yi dash cam. They actually have those. I have a Yi 4K camera. So if this looks good, I think it's actually the rearview mirror. It's a new mirror. Anyways, this happens all the time, like on farm roads where you have stop signs, but only for one section. It's not a four-way stop sign. So this is where you really need to pay attention where people are coming from, especially if you have the stop sign and they don't.
But in an oral culture, there's no way.
They tried to gun it, and it's like, it's not worth it. You can see the acceleration.
But in an oral culture,
right
there's
there,
no way to compare.
Trying to make it, and it's just a massive impact, guys. If that was a motorcyclist, he'd be dead. Insanely dead. Check the links in the video. I don't think this one has links in the video. No, they don't. They don't do that. Damn it.
Because
all right, we'll watch it one more time. Ay, 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 ay. Anonymous with a $5 donation. Guys, we are raising money for the Center of Policing Equity.
Text, because you've heard it, and you just have to remember it to know if this next...
So in this situation, if you saw this happen to a car driver or if you saw this happen to a motorcycle rider, this is where providing medical aid is extremely important because you might be able to save their life until... or at least keep their life going until fire and EMS show up.
Iteration of it is the same as the one you just heard. And you might be right, and you might...
That was a bad... Yeah, B. Thompson, that was a bad hit. Sorry, I don't know if this is copyrighted. Got cut off. Yeah, I don't know if that was copyrighted, so I'm going to move past. All right, sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes. See how you can't see anything? Neither did that person. That person ran into the wall. But look at that. That's what I'm talking about, guys. And when you have sun in the eyes, you want to go slow because you have more time to react. Sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes, sun in the eyes. Where are we going? Oh, hit the wall. JPM with the $5 donation, baby. Ooh. This is an excellent example of why you should be extremely cautious when you're traveling in times when the sun is low because it can also catch you off guard. See, I'm not the only one talking about this, guys. Mega Driving School, this is their video. They talk about this too. You know what? I think it was just the title. I changed the title, and now we're getting more people in. All right? That just, yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. Got a little, only in Florida, right? Let's watch the sun one again. but only in Florida for the next one. Only in Florida. So that one with the sun, but then the next one. Oh, man. Yeah, only in Florida. Oh, that's where the... Ooh. Okay, see, this is why you got to be very careful. Wow, I was watching this, you know, it's like, hey, it's not a big deal. Let's not hit some birds, right? Let's not hit the birds, right? We're going to slow down, let them do their thing. And then what's going to come up behind us? Well, this guy's not paying attention. So this is a lot like what we just saw in that motorcycle accident where there was people stopped on the side of the road and the motorcyclist went around them and slowed down, and then the motorcyclist behind that person, boom, rear-ended. So this happens to car driving. So since we know it happens here, it happens there, what is the commonality? What's the common denominator here? And that is the people that are following the car in front or following the motorcycle in front. They're not paying attention. They're not riding their own ride. They're following. So now that we understand that, the common denominator, what can we do? Okay, I'm not trying to fix everybody's problem. I'm trying to fix your guys' problem. Okay, so what can we do? Well, don't follow. Okay, ride your ride. The person in front of you is just the person in front of you, whether you're in a group ride or you're following another car, like you're behind another car. Ride or drive your own thing. The car or motorcycle in front of you does not dictate where you go or anything. Okay, do not just do what they do. Do not just assume they're going to keep going. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. AJ Stone with the 15, baby. Oh! Thank you so much. But one thing that we can put in here, if your situational awareness fails, and this is what I always talk about, guys, if your situational awareness fails, what can you do? Your fundamental skills should kick in, and they should be in red stage. So this Dodge truck driver was failed situational awareness, but utilized an escape path and swerving. So look at this. So you got a big spot right here. He picked a good spot, escaped, and swerved. There it is. Did exactly what you needed to do to avoid the collision. Now, is it embarrassing that this even happened? Well, yeah, it's going to be embarrassing for you as a car driver. It's going to be embarrassing as you as a motorcycle rider having to do this. And Paul McLean, baby. Ooh! Cousin of John McClane, national hero. With the 20. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Thank you so much for the donation to the charity, guys. Remember, all monies that you donate, when you click that donate button, do not go to me. It goes to, oh, that was close. It goes to the charity straight away. It does not go through my hands at all, which is the best way to handle it. So let's move forward. So that car, it's hard to see. Look at the car on the, excuse me, the car that's going to come into the parking lot. Came in a little bit too hot, probably spun out and hit the car that we're driving. Got to watch out for that. And honestly, not much you could have done. This is why, you know, if it happens in a car, it's just, you know, metal and paint and all that stuff that got damaged, not you. If you're a motorcycle rider, that's why we wear gear. You know, hopefully the gear gets damaged and not us. Leaving the tool, man, just to get hit. And before you ask, no, I wasn't looking at the maniac in the Corolla. My mind was focused on driving. Okay, yeah. We're going to move into motorcycle stuff pretty soon, but these are really good intersections. All these cars are intersections, sides of vehicles. There it is. Good braking. That's the problem, is there's all this music. I got to keep muting it. Sorry, guys. So all these sides of vehicles. So this is what I talk about, that parking lots are just extremely dangerous, and I'm on high alert. Okay, I'm on high alert because I see sides of vehicles this whole time. This is good practice. You never know when one of these are going to just jump out in front of you. You don't know. So I muted it because of the music. There it is. Now what do we do? You have to apply the brakes. There's nowhere to swerve, nowhere to do anything. Since we're going such low speed, our total stopping distance is not a large distance. It's actually pretty small, especially if you apply decent progressive pressure, brake pressure at the start to get that weight on those tires, and then you can really apply it. He is bumping Jimmy Buffett. I have to mute it because it's definitely copyrighted.
I am done. I'm not talking to your family ever again.
Okay.
I don't... You know what? You... Fucking yield, you dumb fuck! Come on, you want to I just know. Hey, just know. You almost got rear-ended because you decided to brake on a yield. Dude, I'm having a really bad day. I don't care if you're having a bad day. Just know you almost got rear-ended. Okay. So just pay attention to the road. I don't care. I got you on my dash. You're on my dash. And what? Hey, on your dash cam, who did wrong? You or me? Well, who did wrong? Who did wrong? You did. You stopped on the yield. You went. You did wrong. Just know. I love you, brother. I love you, brother. I'm done with the conversation. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I'll own it. I own it. I own it. I own it. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at. I own it. You're right. You look at me. Look at me. I own. Listen. I own it. I own it. I'm sorry. I'm owning it. I'm owning it. I'm sorry.
Somebody's about to get pit maneuvered.
I am done. I'm not talking to your family ever again.
Okay.
I don't... You know what? You... Fucking yield, you dumb fuck! Come on, you want to
I don't know who's the one yelling. It definitely doesn't sound like the audio from the guy on the phone saying he doesn't want to talk to the other person's family ever again. So there's a lot to take apart on this. This is a road rage incident.
I just know. Hey, just know. You almost got rear-ended because you decided to brake on a yield. Dude, I'm having a really bad...
So let's take it apart, okay? Let's take it apart. Actually, no, let's listen to what he said real quick.
Just know, you almost got rear-ended because you decided to brake on a yield. Dude, I'm having a really bad day. I don't care if you're having a bad day. Just know you almost got rear-ended. Okay. So just pay attention to the road. I don't care. I got you on my dash. You're on my dash.
Okay, so my assumption is that this driver right here almost rear-ended the car that we're in. Okay. So when did that happen? So it happened right here. Let's see what the intersection really looks like. So this is a yield, right? Is it a lane merging?
I'm not talking to your family ever again.
Okay, so no, this is a lane added. This is a lane added. So he was supposed to continue on with his driving. He wasn't supposed to stop. So this is a lane added. But I'm gonna let's go ahead and do this objectively. Let's not get subjective on this one. Let's not, okay, so we had our little thing. I was like, oh shoot. But now let's bring it down to like an objective classroom type setting. So why did he not continue on with this lane added? Because with a lane added, you're supposed to keep going. You're just supposed to keep going. There's no merging. There's no yielding, because this traffic in this lane right here is supposed to continue on. They're not supposed to go in this lane because it's a solid white line. I get it. It's assumptions, all these different things you still want to check, okay? I have a feeling, what's up, Felicimo? I have a feeling that this driver stopped right here, assuming it was a lane merging and he had to yield. But why do you think he might have thought that? Maybe because his mind wasn't on driving. His mind was on this family thing.
Ellen, I'm not talking to your family ever again.
It sounds like he's breaking up with his girlfriend, or it sounds like he's having a tough day. It's a rough thing. Okay, so these are the types of drivers that we see. So this is where compassion really plays into it when it comes to road rage. And I'm being serious, guys. I really am. So if we're out riding and this driver that's having a massive bad day does something that's out of the ordinary when it comes to the road rules, and they might have gotten, you know, us kind of close, like they stopped and we had to apply the brakes, and now we're the driver in the sports car, but we're actually the motorcyclist. We're pissed, we punch mirrors, we cause problems, we honk, we rev bomb, all these. That's what we typically see. This guy's having a bad day, and it was an honest mistake. It was something that he didn't mean to do, he didn't want to do. He's having a tough day, and he actually de-escalated it. He chose to de-escalate. And that right there tells me that there are good people out there. He's having a tough day, but he's still trying to minimize it and still de-escalate it. And he's trying to hold on. And I feel for this guy. I really do. And it kind of upsets me a little bit to even see this video, because I've been in this position. I understand this, okay? And I think you guys understand this too. This is why I want to be serious about this, is that this guy's having a tough, tough day. And as a compassionate and courteous driver and rider, we should not add more to the stuff like this, because who knows when this person can snap. The other guy in the back, same thing. The guy that slammed the brakes might be having a bad day too. So right here, the reason why he's not paying attention to the road fully, 100%, is because his mind is on what just happened with his girlfriend, you know, whoever. I don't know. It could be that. But realize that if you're out riding, okay, you're out riding, and I'm going to talk to motorcycle riders now. If you're a car driver only, okay, it still applies. But if you're out riding and you have this in your brain, pull off. Just pull off. Have the conversation. De-escalate. Calm yourself down the best of your ability. Because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes out on the road. And those mistakes can lead to road rage. And now you're already at a heightened sense of emotion. And you're going to react more than likely in a bad way. He handled it very well. So very big kudos to this guy. It says his name's James. Very good, James. You know, I hope you're having a better day today. But realize that. So it could be your boss yelling at you, and you're commuting on your way home from work on your motorcycle. Your boss, you had a bad day at work. Same thing. You're on your way to work. You had an argument with your significant other before work, or you're just tired of going to work and you're having a bad day. You're burnt out. There's so many things that can go wrong if your mind is not on the driving or the riding, specifically riding, because there's so many more things we have to do. So let's go ahead. We're going to pick it apart a little bit.
I am done. I'm not talking to your family ever again.
Grim Beer, that's amazing. Send it to me.
Okay.
I don't... You know...
So he was supposed to keep going. He got honked. He almost got rear-ended. All these different things. You see how it's a lane added?
You know what? You...
You see how that interaction, that was the guy in the other car yelling. That happens with a motorcyclist. You idiot, you dumbass, and then they punch the mirror, or they're flipping him off, chasing him down. I mean, we see that. But if you're not paying attention, here's the thing, guys. If you're not paying attention to the road because you're interacting with road rage or you're having a bad day, just take a look at all these possible hazards. That's what I want you guys to understand. What is the biggest risk to your life? Is it the guy yelling at you in the other lane? Or is it the possible path of travel violations? Like this one right here, this van right here coming out of the Chevron, I'm concerned about this one. I am concerned about this one. Because this car driver is blocking the view of this driver. And who knows, maybe this driver couldn't see because this car is blocking the view. And now they assume the lane is open and they're going to go. And now they're in my path of travel. I'm looking left at this guy, and I run and T-bone into this van. And now that guy is going to laugh about it and ride off or drive off. Like that right there is why I want to be courteous and nice to other drivers, is because I want the other drivers to, here's the thing. When you're nice to somebody, it's pretty hard for them to really acknowledge it, right? It's like, you should be nice. It's the moment you're mean to somebody, you really recognize it. You really recognize the negativity. You don't recognize the positivity all the time. And a lot of people don't get encouraged to keep being positive. And here's my take, guys. I want you guys to be positive. I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to do that because I don't want you guys to be noticed. I don't want these cars to notice you, and I don't want these cars to pay attention to you in terms of this guy's being negative. I want them to just notice you as another person on the road so they can focus on what's in front of them. and what's to the side of them, and recognize you as another person on the road, not as somebody being a hooligan, and then now they crash, and now they have all these negative emotions towards motorcycle riders. And all it comes down to is being compassionate and being a courteous driver and a very courteous rider. Because I want this guy to pay attention to this. I don't care if he slammed the brakes in front of me. I want him to pay attention to this so that he can be safe and that there's no harm to another human being. I don't know if that is just like, if I'm just some weird guy that thinks that way. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just different, because I don't see that. I rarely see that. I rarely see other drivers thinking of the other driver and hoping they're going to be safe, even if they put themselves in a dangerous situation. Even if they put me in a dangerous situation, I still want them to be safe. I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know. It's just, I'm scared for him because of this.
I just know. Hey, just know. You almost got rear-ended because you decided to brake on a yield.
Dude, I'm having a really bad day.
I don't care if you're having a bad day. Just know you almost got rear-ended.
Okay.
So
You almost got rear-ended. I don't care if you're having a bad day. That's pure pride, pure ego, pure anger.
just pay attention to
Alright.
the road. I don't care.
I got you on my dash. You're on my dash.
You see how he got defensive now when he said, I don't care if you're having a bad day. Now the driver's like, I got you on my dash. It went from a simple conversation to, I'm sorry, or hey man, you almost got rear-ended. And he's like, man, I'm having a bad day. As soon as like I hear that, it's like, dude, hope you're doing all right, man. Just start paying attention to the road. Just ignore the conversation or ignore the bad stuff and focus on the road and then deal with it or pull over. There's so many different ways to handle this. There's, exactly, S.Lack. No, like, not much empathy there.
Okay.
So just pay attention
Alright.
to the road. I don't care.
I got you on my dash. You're on my dash.
And what? Hey, on your dash cam, who did wrong? You or me?
Well,
Who did wrong? Who did wrong? You did. You stopped on you. Hey, you went. You stopped. You did wrong. Just know.
I love you, brother. I love you, brother. I'm done with the conversation. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I'll own it. I own it. I own it. I own it. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at. I own it. You're right. You look at me. Look at me. I own. Listen.
I learned a hard lesson today. Don't engage with people in road rage. I made a mistake here, both in my driving and my interaction. Letting things go quickly can lead to a lot of safer roads.
I own it. I own it. I'm sorry. I'm owning it. I'm owning it. I'm sorry.
All right, let's watch some cops. Uh-oh. There it is. Got a stick.
Get out the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! GPS is showing stop.
3 women who claimed to have been air drying after showering at a Florida rest area went on to lead authorities to a high-speed chase near Interstate 75, resulting in their capture and arrest. Air drying. Air drying.
Get out of the car right now! Get hands up! Hands up! Get out of the car! Now! Get out of the car! Hands up! Get out of the window! Now! Get out of the car!
I think that's a justified response, but who knows? Right? I'm not a cop. I think that's a justified response. But once again, you know, today's charity is about, it's called Policing Equity, the Center for Policing Equity, and who knows, maybe there is a better way of doing it. We don't know. So right now, this is the best way to do it. And maybe with some proper research and scientific methods and stuff, they were going to find out that that is the right way or it's not the right way. And that's kind of part of what we're doing here on this charity, is that we're raising money for that possibility. And that's what I love. Okay? Air drying. Say, yeah, I love the emojis. I love the new emojis we got here. I love the new emojis. We're going to move into some motorcycle close calls and crashes, but real quick, go ahead and take a little pee-pee break. Everybody in the lounge, real quick.
Yeah. What is up, everybody? Hey, what's up, crew? We're doing a pretty dang good job. We got more people coming into today's class. But remember that today is a class we were focusing a little bit on car driving, a little bit of motorcycle riding at the beginning. It was too much road rage. I didn't like it. I don't think there's enough empathy out there in the world. And I really want the crew to show a ton of empathy. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to the crew is honesty, integrity, and you know what? Empathy. I want people to start helping each other out and kind of understanding where they are. You don't have to be in their shoes, but at least understand that everyone has a different perspective. They have different lives. Different everything, and I want you guys to be really careful when it comes to that. That's why we're there it is over there. We're developing the best damn online motorcycle community in the world. The online community for motorcycling is what we're developing, but who knows, we can easily expand into just having a men's, or that's the thing, we got 97% male on this channel. I know there's a lot of women here, but the thing is, men don't have their own little space, their own little hobby, and be open with their emotions and being empathetic towards others. And I want to create that for you guys. Okay, that's why I focus on the community versus just coaching you guys on how to do stuff on the motorcycle or now in cars. The main thing is I really want you guys to have a place to really hang out and share your stories and help each other grow as individuals, and that's what we're doing here on the channel. So if you want to subscribe, join the Discord. I'm not going to talk about super chats or membership right now. Everybody's allowed in here. We're doing donations today for the Center for Policing Equity, and we're just trying to find better ways to handle certain things. And if the best way is to do pit maneuvers or arrest people and all that stuff, and what we're doing, then you know what, that's the best way of handling it right now. But if there's a better way of handling some things, then I'm all for that, and that's what this charity is all about, is that they're using science and research and using actual scientists and real people and looking at data to see if there is a better way to do things. And that's what I do here on the channel. I'm trying to figure out if there's a better way to handle motorcycle riding and being safer. So guys, let's go ahead and go back to the classroom. Let's get this going a little bit more and go over some motorcycle crashes, scary and crazy motorcycle crashes of 2020 episode 6 from this new channel that I just found. Okay guys, I just wanted to bring that up. A little bit too much craziness in the world. Let's go ahead and de-escalate some of that craziness with the community that we have here. Okay, a little bit of a soapbox, I know, but today's one of those days, right? All right, let's get back to class.
All right. I just want to give a shout out to the latest donation from Anonymous with the $5 donation. Guys, we're at $760 raised out of $250 that I wanted to. We've been doing pretty dang well. We've actually been doing about $1,200 for the last 2 streams, and I'm super stoked about how insane you guys are when it comes to that. So if you can throw $2, $1, $5, whatever it is you can towards this charity, please do so. None of the money comes to me. It goes straight to the charity. All right, guys. Here we go. A lot of low sides. Oh, tank slapper. Oh, we've seen that one. Alright, passing. Okay. Uh-oh, take slapper.
What's the name of the road?
You alright?
Some of these we have seen before, but that's fine. Looks like he hit a bump right there. Okay, maybe he hit a bump. So what causes a tank slapper? It's basically the suspension kind of gyrating. It has a certain frequency that it's happening, so now it's moving the handlebars, and there's not much you could do in terms of that. The main thing is you want to prevent it, so steering dampeners can help out. But the biggest problem here is double check your tires, do a good T-clocks, double check and make sure your bike is maintained, and don't speed for the, or don't go over the speed rating for your tires. Don't go over big bumps like that at a weird angle. So that's one of the biggest problems. He might be standing on the pegs too. He might have put a lot of weight on that front.
What's the name of the road?
So he's like, what's the name of the road? So he's actually getting ready to call the fire, police, EMS, all that stuff. So he's trying to get an idea for the road. So that's really cool that people are actively trying to help this guy out.
You alright?
A little bit too fast. He's going to low side on the right. There it is. Seen this one before. Didn't set himself up for the second turn. So a little bit too fast into those turns. So who here is, who here is taking their endorsement, or who here has practiced the straight line weave in a parking lot? Okay, so if you go too fast for that first cone in the straight line weave, the second cone's gonna be hard. The third cone's gonna be harder. The fourth cone, you might miss it completely. So you need to set yourself up. The concept of taking the first turn, even though it's a straight line weave, at the right speed, right angle, right everything, good line, is actually right here. This is the adult version. So the straight line weave is the kid version, small consequence. You know, when you're a kid, you do something wrong, it's a small consequence compared to you do something the same way as an adult. It's a big consequence. You get in trouble, you get hurt, all these different things. Straight line weave, if you pick a good line, right speed, the next one will be same thing. Good line, right speed, third one, same thing. But if we do this on the road, think of this as a higher speed straight line weave with more hazards. Okay, so we're having to go left of the cone, and then we have to go right of the cone at this speed. Okay, so we're probably going a little too fast. So we can make that first turn, that first cone. The second one, we're not prepped and ready for, and we're either going to go too wide or we're going to dump the bike. So that right there is how I think of this right here. So we made this happen. We're going too fast, though, for the second one. Yeah, you got to pick your head up and do the right speed, right everything. Beautiful area. Oh, same thing. Keeping up with the buddy, too. Look at his leg, his left leg. Where is that? I really hope that is armor. I really hope that is armor. I really hope that is armor. I think it is.
Hold up. You good? Yeah. Dude, I saw that in my rearview mirror.
I want to say that's aramid fibers because it's all the way up here, all the way here, same coloring. So I think that might be armor or a base layer. Let's watch that one more time. Oh, Brad, welcome. Entered the motorcycle giveaway. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, it looks like D30. D30 armor is orange. But it almost looks like it's the same color as whatever this is. So it might be the base layer. But see how quick that accident was? It wasn't that crazy of an accident. It was just a low side, right? And you guys are thinking maybe it's just a low side, not a big deal.
You good?
Look at the damage to his body, though. I mean, look where the impacts were. Right on the knee. Right on the knee. This is why you have impact protection on your motorcycle pants. I mean, just a small thing like that. You know, the bike can handle it, right? It's a supermoto, probably can handle it. It's not a big deal. Bendable levers, all these different things. But take a look at that. That's why you need to have gear no matter what.
Dude, I saw that in my rearview mirror.
Have gear, guys. Careful. There you go. Just because it's green does not mean go, and, you know, shit happens.
Get out! The f are you doing, man?
Ghost 13, awesome, man. I'm glad you're here. Still learning every day, baby. Ooh, new quote of the day.
My leg.
He might have grabbed the brake. Yeah, could have dumped it that way.
Of course there's something wrong with it.
Sorry, mate. I need to pull up. I've got the bands in the car. Hey, I'll help you.
Is there anything wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, my bike's on the ground, fool. Oh, that one's gonna be interesting. All right, so this one.
Dude, I saw that in my rearview mirror.
Same concept when I said, you know, with the ducks, you know, I'm concerned about if I'm slowing down and stopping, I want the people behind me slowing down and stopping. So I'm still checking everything. For this guy, just because he's able to go, he chose not to go because there's traffic. The person behind him wasn't paying attention. This is just one of those things. Hopefully you wear gear. Hopefully you have protection for your bike. So frame sliders, all these different things. You might have to get a new tire and rim, which sucks. But, you know, hopefully insurance will take care of it. And hopefully the sliders and everything will take care of that.
Bastard! Get out! The f are you doing, man? No, I'm not alright.
You alright, mate?
My leg.
I don't know, mate. I thought I'd pulled it.
Huh?
Are you alright, mate?
Oh, I'm not. It's a brand new bike.
I'll park it, mate. There's nothing wrong with it, is there?
Of course there's something wrong with it.
Right, so sorry, mate. I need to pull up. I've got the bands in the car. Hey, I'll help you.
Crazy.
Come on.
Here we go, baby. What do you think happened here? What do you think happened there? What do you think happened there? What happened there? Do you think speed was a factor? Do you think speed was a factor, guys? Bad line, too much speed, wasn't paying attention, didn't realize the corner was there, didn't turn at all. That's a... Oh. Low side right here, watch. Yep, there it is. Airbag vest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, an airbag vest. So a little bit too fast for this very tight, probably decreasing radius turn, right? Yeah, it looks like a decreasing radius. So these ones you gotta take it easy. You almost on this one you almost have to slow down just enough to do like almost a slow speed maneuver. This is a U-turn. This is a U-turn. A little too fast. A little too fast for a turn like this. I mean, it's one you could probably do it low speed with a lot of counter steering, with knee down, all those different things. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna take this easy. I'm like 20 miles an hour, maybe. Then again, it all depends, you know, because like I don't see what he sees, but he's pushing that bike down really far. But he low-sided, he crashed, but he has an airbag vest, so he's got a lot of protection. So the airbag vest inflated. So it's going to inflate, and then it's fully inflated, and it's going to slowly release. It's designed to do that. So that air, that's what it's supposed to be doing. lucky. He landed on soft grass.
Tomar no cu, mano.
Oh, another wheelie. Another wheelie crash. A little too wide. And he followed. A little too wide for the first rider, and then he followed because he was paying attention to that rider only.
Yeah. No. Help me.
Ay. What's gonna happen here?
Oh no.
You see how a lot of these accidents are preventable? A lot of the wheelie stunting accidents are preventable. I'm all for it. You know, do your thing, have fun. But the biggest problem here is that you have way too many factors involved. You know, ego riding, all that stuff. Hopefully your skill level is higher than the risk that you're taking, because it's very, very important not to do stuff like this, okay? Especially if your skill level is not that high. And a lot of people think their skill level is a lot higher than it really is, especially in a group ride. So this is why you start to see a lot of stunting crashes in group rides, is because their skill level is at a certain level, and they want to be at this level, and their ego says, try this level. So then they try it and then fail. So you overfilled that cup of skill that you have. Try your best to put ego aside, do what you can possibly do, and in fact, do a little bit less than when you can maximize, because you want to be able to just enjoy the ride. You don't want to push limits right now. You want to push limits in a parking lot. That's where you push the limits. Here, you're not doing that. And the problem is I see a lot of people doing this, especially young riders, especially young males, and it doesn't work out all the time. It really doesn't. And at the end of the day, yeah, you might have the group that's going to help you out. Maybe some of these guys are going to do a GoFundMe for you with your bike, but who knows? Maybe they won't. And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't care. And I mean, that to me is a little sad, because a lot of new riders, a lot of young males want a community that does care. And this right here, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a part of it. Who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong, and that's the beauty of it, is that if I am wrong, I'm glad I'm wrong, because I want to know, and I want to provide this community for others. And if they provide it, then yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad they do. But from what I see, no. There's too much negative. You don't need to be a part of community if it's just mainly negative. You don't have to if you don't want to. It perpetuates that negativity. Same thing.
Good Lord.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Careful. Oh, gravel. Ay. Gotta be careful with that. So with this one,
yeah,
wherever cars don't go in an intersection, typically that's where gravel and debris will stay. I mean, you see, if you just walk to an intersection, you just look at the middle of the intersection, that's where typically no cars go, and you're gonna have gravel. So you have to watch out for that. So that right there, they're pointing it out. You see the discoloration. You see how it's a lighter color than this right here. So the cars typically go right here. Okay, cars typically go right here. So they're mainly doing this. They don't go this wide. So we went a little too wide. And this is why on group rides, or if I'm riding with a buddy and we're going through an intersection, I let them just go. They pick their line, I pick my line. We don't need to be staggered. You don't need to be pushed to the outside. You pick whatever you need to do. But right here, you got to be very careful. So we have a lot of traction right now. So we're turning. Okay, there's 3 modes of traction, or 3 things that use traction. We have turning, deceleration, acceleration. So right now we're accelerating and we're turning. Okay, so we're using some traction, right? So when we have gravel, that removes traction. If we're utilizing 80% traction right now with acceleration and turning through this intersection out of the 100% that we have, we're golden, right? We're good. We're not using too much. If we use above 100%, we low side and we crash. Gravel right here, it might have taken away 20 to 25% traction that you had available to your tires, because your tires has to utilize some traction to hopefully mitigate some of the gravel. But if we're already turning, we're accelerating using 80%, this gravel takes away 25%. Now we're above the 100% available traction that we have. Therefore, the low side will happen. So it's always very important to ride within the abilities and the conditions of yourself and the road. So if the road has snow, if the road has gravel, has grass clippings, has rain, has oil, you don't have 100% traction anymore. You have a lower amount of traction, so you have to lower your riding to match what the conditions are involved. So if it's raining outside, just assume you have 80% traction now. You don't have 100% anymore. You have 80%. So now that you know you have 80% traction, you need to slow your riding down. So don't do a ton of acceleration too quickly. Don't do a ton of deceleration too quickly. Don't do a ton of turning too quickly. And don't turn your bike down so hard. So upright body positioning will help reduce the amount of load on those tires. Good throttle control will help you out when it comes to spinning out that rear tire. Good progressive brake pressure will help you decelerate appropriately. Good shifting, smooth shifting. You see how everything is very important. All the training that we do, smooth braking, smooth shifting, smooth acceleration, smooth turning, good body positioning, finding the line so we don't have reduction of traction. That applies to when we go to a normal road with rain now. It applies to a normal road with snow now, with gravel now. So now you know how to evaluate these things and modulate and figure out how you need to ride within the conditions involved. The only way you're going to be able to do that is never assume that you have full traction at all times. You're just going to ride the same way every way in any condition. That's not the case. You need to start realizing situations change, therefore your actions need to change, and you have to go with what this is. I mean, what are you going to yell at? You're going to yell at nature? You're going to yell at the road that they made you crash? No, you can't. You're not going to sue nature for allowing the wind to blow a little bit of debris here. You can't sue the city because they didn't clean it up, because this probably happened within a couple seconds too. So we have to consistently change how we ride based on the conditions involved. And the only way you can really change how you ride is with practice. You need to know that you can slow down. You need to know you can do slow speed maneuvers. You need to know how to get good body positioning. You need to know what tire pressure you have. That's also training. You know, going in every day before a ride, you know, checking your tire pressures, doing a T-clocks. There's a bunch of stuff you need to do for a motorcycle. In a car, do you have to worry about this? In a car, do you have to worry about this at all? No. You really don't. You really don't have to worry about this. It's a non-issue. Motorcycle riders, we have to worry about this. That's super important. So it was an honest mistake. Sequin, hopefully I said that right with the 5. Thank you so much. $760 raise, $765 raise out of 250. Well above the goal. I'm happy,
Yeah,
super happy about that.
I saw it. I saw it. Shit.
So this is why you need frame sliders.
Yeah.
All those things.
Your clutch.
You broke the clutch lever, shifter, left peg.
Hey, first, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, panic brake. Panic brake. There it is. Adventure tires on the road, they're typically like 50-50 or like a ratio of on and off road, and it's not going to be the best for a road. It's not going to be the best for a road. All right, we have another video. Oh, we're at 10:45, so with 15 minutes left in class. All of the rookies go ahead and let out the general public to their cars, to their motorcycles. The rest of you come into my office. Let's hang out for a little bit. Anonymous with the $10. The $10. So members only right now. Those of you that donated, please hang out, and you can hang out in here. Members only. Rookies, hopefully they'll be coming back in. Crew members, go ahead and take a seat. Legends and veteran and senior crew members, you can go ahead and take a seat in a comfy chair. But let's go ahead and have a chit chat for a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in my fancy chair. Oh yeah, I don't like the chair behind me. Oh. Oh yeah, got like a shiny spot on my head. Anonymous with a $10 donation, $775. You guys are insane. Today was a little weird. Today was a little of a weird stream, you know, just started off with some problems when it comes to road rage. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff, and then watching some guy having a very tough day when it comes to his driving. You know, he's having a bad day, and then there's a road rage incident. So it really does get me thinking. I've been thinking about it for a while, and honestly, I think one of the big problems that I think, and I'm going to stick with, we're going to make it even smaller. So start off big. I think one of the big problems that we have in the world is not enough empathy. Okay, there you go. Big picture, big generalized problem. Moving it down to motorcycle riding. What's the problem that we have in motorcycle riding? And I think same thing. Not a lot of empathy, not a lot of understanding of car drivers, not a lot of car drivers understanding motorcycle riders. We're having issues with road rage. We're having issues with crashes. We're having issues. Heavy Harris, no, tomorrow's 10 a.m. This was a test. Doesn't seem like it worked very well. But I think there's a lot of problems when it comes to how we handle ourselves on the road. And when I think of that, it's like, well, now let's go ahead and do more of this root cause analysis. It's like, well, why are we having problems on the road as motorcyclists, you know, emotionally? Bigger ticket problems, you know? Why are we having that? So I move down even further, and I try to figure out, well, what really gravitates these types of riders to motorcycling? The ones that are angry. Hey. Senior crew member. Ooh, baby. Welcome. Oof. And I see the commonality between these groups of motorcycle riders and other communities. I've been a part of different communities for a while. I was a part of the powerlifting community. I was a part of the obstacle racing community. I was a part of the gun community. I was a part of, you know, obviously the motorcycle community, the firefighter community, the understanding a little bit of police community. I see the kids at school because of my kids. Daniel, awesome, man. Welcome, baby. Nice mustache. And I see a lot of common denominators when it comes to ego, pride, and why. And then I start to see a lot, especially as a man, I see a lot of men having problems. As a woman, I don't know. I don't know what women have to deal with. I really don't. I don't understand. So I'm going to stick with what I feel like I know, which is other men. And I think men don't have, I think they have a lot of communities. I think a lot of men have a lot of options for communities to get together, express themselves, and feel like they need to express themselves in a certain way. Okay. I never felt that way. Like, I never felt like I felt the need for a community, but every time I joined a community, I always felt like I didn't fit. I always felt like I didn't fit. And I made a video a while back, like I think 2017 or 2018, where I discussed my problems with the old school biker crowd, or why I don't like going to bike nights, why I don't like, you know, doing group activities with other motorcyclists. I need to find a way to change that so it actually shows your name, but I think everybody else can see it. So I had a big problem with the bike nights and the biker community, is that I felt like it wasn't inclusive. It felt like I needed to earn my spot, which, you know, it's fine. Okay, I get that. But I needed to earn my spot, but the thing is, I was automatically at the beginning almost rejected until I earned it. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Clement with the 20, baby. Ooh, 797. Who's gonna do the $3? You know, I'll do $3. You know, I gotta talk. Never mind. I gotta talk. I get distracted. I felt like I was rejected before I was even able to show that I wanted to be there. And I really want to get your guys' opinion. Does that make sense to you in communities that you wanted to be a part of? Is that you were made to feel rejected before you could even show that you wanted to be there? Because that's how I felt. And I didn't feel that in some communities. But I feel that in almost every, like, I'm talking 90%. 9 out of 10 communities that I attempted to be a part of, only like one of them was accepting, like right away. And then you kind of proved, you know, your spot, which is fine. Angel Crisis, yeah, we need to focus on inclusion always and placement secondary. New quote of the day right there. James, I don't know. It might be a U.S. thing. So when I see that and I hear that, where you have to prove yourself but being rejected right away, it makes people go above and beyond and outside their comfort zone to prove they can do something. And that can go one of two ways. It can go really dangerous, or it can go very positive, and especially with a good mentor. You know, it could be like, hey, you went above and beyond what you're comfortable with. You did some good. Welcome to the crew, or welcome to the club, right? Or it could have been like, whoa, what the heck are you doing? You just got yourself hurt, all these different things. I don't want you a part of this. And then you're feeling like, what the heck? I tried. And that's not what I want. My head is like shiny. Let's go ahead and do that. That's not what I want. Like, I don't want that here. You never felt that exclusion before? So maybe I'm not I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in some spots. JB donated 3, baby. Isaac donated 5. Zix and our Deb donated 20. You guys are insane. Love it. Thank you so much. So with that understanding of there has to be some type of hard lesson to get into a club, or get into a crew, or get into a group, and then there's an inclusion type thing where you're automatically accepted, but you still have to show what you are going to do for the club and group. It's not you don't take away, you have to actually add in type of thing. Since I felt both ways when I try to create this crew that we have going on here, I try to be very understanding and empathetic towards that, because I know everyone comes from different perspectives, everyone learns differently, everybody interacts differently, but at the same time, everybody wants to be a part of something. And that's the thing, is I think a lot of the people that interact with me on the Discord and in here kind of feel the same way of they want the inclusion and they want the positive male outreach versus having to prove themselves, and then now everyone's just being negative towards everybody because that's like the norm. That's like what you do, right? Everyone feels like, well, men have to be negative with each other. We have to bullshit with each other. We have to like make fun of each other and all that stuff. And I agree with that. We do have to make fun of each other. We do have to bullshit with each other. We do have to have that male bonding. But at the same time, that should not be the only thing we do together. Dan Morton, welcome, baby. Ooh. So there is a bunch of positives for ragging on each other as men. I'm gonna speak about men right now. I know we have women in here. I do understand that. I do understand that. There it is, baby. Thank you so much. But like I said, 95 to 97% of my audience is male, and I feel that there needs to be an environment where men can bullshit with each other, but then also share some other feelings other than bullshit and just like ragging on each other, which is fun, but that doesn't fulfill everything, right? It doesn't fulfill what some men need. Some men need some help. Like they're going through a little thing and they need that community that they're a part of. You know, we're all bullshitting with each other. And if they say, hey guys, and the thing is, I want them to be comfortable enough. Hey guys, I'm going through a rough thing. You know, can somebody help me out here? And I don't want that group to be like, nah, screw you. No, it's like, we're being serious right now. Oh yeah, what's up, man? That's what I want. And I feel like there's a lot of communities out there, a lot of cultures out there in the motorcycle world. I'm going to speak a little bit more about the motorcycle world. A lot of communities, a lot of cultures out there in the motorcycle world that allow people in to rag on each other and be men with each other, but then don't allow the freedom of, hey, let's help each other out. And I think men need that. I really do. I need it. And the reason why I say I think men need that is because I need that. Robert, it sounds like a camping trip. Exactly. The camping community is all about that. I think there is some motorcycle community stuff, and I'm not saying it's all stunting groups, but I'm going to tell you right now, there are going to be some groups out there that involve... I'm going to spend a little more time thinking about that, but I know there's some groups out there that don't give a crap about the welfare of the actual individual. They care about the fact that they have that individual in the group. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem for men. Because we can dive more into prostate cancer research and stuff, you know, like prostate cancer. We can dive more into men's mental health. We can dive into suicide. I know this is a little downer thing at the end of the stream, but here's the thing. You know, this is what I feel right now. And I think too many men out there they're searching for that escape. They find the escape, but that's all it is an escape. All it is an escape. It doesn't solve their problem. That's something I've dealt with for a long time. I finally, this year, 2020, which is the weirdest year to start my own little journey, is that I don't want people to escape to the crew. I don't want people to escape to the Discord. I want people to join the crew, join the Discord, join the community that I'm trying to build with your help, to seek help, to have help. JB, yeah, we can. So you come to the Discord, and it's structured in a way that it's just for help. You got a room to chat in the lounge. You have a mental health section to seek out and receive the community of help. You have parking lot practice. You have the gym to share your training. And then we have the crew lounge and camping stuff and all that stuff. But I want you to come here to be a part of something, because you're not just a number. And I don't want it to ever to feel like you're a number. And I think the only way some people feel like a number in a community is when there's a single person at the head of it. And they're not being recognized by that single person at the head of it. So my goal is not to be the head of the DDFM crew. I'm just DanDanTheFireman. I'm Daniel, guys. My goal is not to be the head of it. My goal is to create the community, to take care of the community. Just so happens I started it. I don't want to be the head of it. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to be I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be the answer for you guys. I want the community to be the answer for you guys. And I see that in the Discord. I'm just being honest with you guys. I really am right now. And I think that's why it's flourishing. We have 4,300 members in the Discord that are active. We have this beautiful live stream classroom session going. And I'm working on my own stuff, on being better in person and doing these group rides and doing these bike nights and doing my camp out. I had my camp out last year, the first annual camp out last year for a bunch of dudes and a bunch of everybody that wanted to get together. This year was postponed because of COVID and the fires on Mount Lemmon. There's just a lot that I want to get done, and it all comes back to, why am I doing this? And I've never changed why I'm doing this. It's always been about helping other people, keeping them safe. Either keep them safe from crashing, which has been my big thing here. That's what we do here. But I've always talked about my mental health. I've always talked about raising money for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I mean, I've been doing it since 2014. It's been 6 years. So none of this stuff I've never changed. And my principles and I really want to pull this out real quick. My principles never changed on that. My mission statements never changed on that. And I've been sitting on this Latin phrase for a while. And that's how I tend to do things. I find something interesting and then I just sit on it and see if it's still relevant to me months later, year later. And I've been sitting on this Latin phrase for at least 8 months. At least 8 months. Non sibi sed omnibus. Non sibi sed omnibus. And that means not for oneself, but for all. Not for oneself, but for all. Non sibi sed omnibus. I'm going to go ahead and share that to the chat. And that really encapsulates what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So to bounce off of that, and this is what I love about the crew. And I love about these little chats at the end, because it does help me out too. And that's the thing, guys. I want you to understand that I have become a better human being because of you guys. So if I can help you guys, it makes me feel better because you help me out also. So when it comes to that right there, finding balance between helping others and helping ourselves is hard for those of us that get some sort of relief from helping others. I know you know that, but just saying, I do know that. I do, and I get that. I love those little thoughts that just creep out into words, into the community, because I know a lot of communities keep that to themselves. That right there, that phrase fee, a ton of communities keep that to themselves. A lot of members don't even express that. They're on the, let's go do wheelies instead, because that's easier to deal with than it is to deal with, our own personal struggles. And I do find massive relief from helping you guys and seeing the kind words, but the same goes for when I see the negative comments. I feel those too. And this year, I've come to the realization that I can't accept the praise. I mean, it's not praise. I can't accept the positive comments without accepting the negative. And the negative really hurts, so I can't accept the positive at the same time. So where do I get my valuation? Where do I get my relief? And I found out to help myself. Because if I help myself only, like I literally focused on helping myself only, and I became a better person, I became a better teacher, I became a better husband, I became a better father, I became a better friend, I became better physically, mentally, when I focused on that. Just myself. It sounds selfish, and it's something that, as an empathetic person, is extremely hard to do because you do have that value in helping others. And it feels selfish if you help yourself. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Bro. So it feels selfish. It really does. But here's the thing. You have to do that. And I know there's a lot of men in here because I read the mental health chat in the lounge. I read it. I don't participate a lot. I mean, I don't say much, but I love the community there. And I see a lot of men trying to be like, how do I be a better father? How do I be a better husband? Well, what do I have to do to be a good husband? What do I have to do to be a good boyfriend? What do I have to do to be a better writer? What do I have to... It's like, just keep boiling it down, guys. Boiling it down. How do you be better at what it is that you like? What is it that you feel like you should be at? Look inwards. And why do you want to be a better husband? What's the problem? Are you constantly getting angry at your spouse? Maybe you getting angry is part of the problem. So fix that. It's not going to solve everything, but man, fix that. Because now you're going to be happier with who you are instead of happier with the fact that you made your spouse happy. Because if your spouse is angry, now you're upset. If your spouse is happy, you're happy. If you're happy, you're happy. If you're upset because of stuff that you tend to have or tend to do. If you're upset because somebody else is upset, then you don't value your own emotions. You're following somebody else. Angel Crisis, I do that all the time. You can read, listen to the negative, but only take out the nuggets of logic and truth and leave the rest in the waste bin. YouTube comments, though, ooh, baby. They tend to have no nuggets of wisdom. So I know I'm going on a little ramble, and I'm literally thinking out loud right now. And I don't really have a solution for everybody right now. I really don't. And I think that's what I need to be honest about, is that it's a work in progress. I'm constantly learning, and I'm sticking to my principles. Okay, I'm sticking to my principles. Non-CB said, omnibus. Not for oneself, but for all. Every choice I make starts there. And I know that the community will take care of me, because you have taken care of me in all ways, financially, emotionally, physically, and then other ways that I can't even put a category in that you guys have helped me out. And I've never strayed away from focusing on you guys. So if I can help you out, I know now, I don't help you out because I know you guys will help me out. I know now that if I just serve you, you guys will serve each other, and I'm just part of it. Does that make sense? And I think there needs to be more. I think there needs to be more of that in communities. Gustavo, exactly. And there comes a time and place for violence. There comes a time and place for the macho-ness. There comes a time and place to feed that ego. There is. There really is. It makes you feel good. I love it, right? You got to get into it if you're going to work out, right? You know, you're working out, and just that little bit of ego, a little bit of drive from your buddy saying that you're a big wuss, right? Get at it, but being nice about it, obviously. You know, no, don't put like 315 pounds on bench press when you can only do like 135, right? Like, don't be a wuss. You know, like, that's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is, like, you know, to help you push out a little bit more. But I know a lot of men need that, and then they also need the de-escalation of the macho-ness, and it's because we do have feelings. That's why male suicides are so high. That's why mental health is so high. That is, or mental illness is so high in men. That's why there are charity organizations that are specific to this macho-ness to bring in males to be a little more open. So I think there needs to be both. There really needs to be both. So I'm finding that nice balance. I'm trying to find that balance with the crew. The macho-ness, the violence, speed, momentum, if you watch Dr. Disrespect. We got that with motorcycle riding, right? Robert, dude, nice, man. Glad you're here. Love to have a brew with you. You paid for some brewskis earlier. Anytime, man. Exactly, Fee. You're right there with me, man. Yin and yang. Exactly. A little bit of evil inside good, a little bit of good inside evil type thing. Yep. So with motorcycling, we get that macho-ness. And then after motorcycle riding, what do? We hang out, play video games, encourage each other to be better, but still have a little bit of that macho-ness. The fire home. Yeah. Home is different than house. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share some thoughts that I had. We're watching a lot of road rage incidents, not a lot of empathy in today's videos, and it really put me in a mood to share with that. And today is a charity stream, so at no point was I saying, "Hey guys, join the crew," you know, super chats and everything. We raised $848 for Center. I keep saying Policing Equality, but it's actually the Center for Policing Equity. And it's something that I like to end the streams on in my office with the rich mahogany and leather-bound book smells with some sandalwood. My candle that I never burn right here. And my glasses I never wear. And somehow got my motorcycle up there on the wall. And my globe. I'm just trying to bring a bunch of dudes together, right? I'm just trying to bring a bunch of dudes together to have a good time and to help each other out. All right, that's where I'm at. Sorry for all the stuff, but I will be in the lounge a little bit today. I'm gonna be hanging out with family and friends today. I got some editing to do today. I got a lot of work to do today. I'm very happy that you guys are here. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream today. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the chat for everybody towards the end. That's kind of what I do. So I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow will be 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will share, actually, before you guys leave, don't leave yet. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream link so you can click that reminder button. Thank you, Clement. Did I see something in there? Clement with another 10, baby. Savage. Oh, today's video is not suitable for advertisers. Go ahead and request a review on that one. All right, so tomorrow's stream, guys, is right there in that link. Click that reminder button. Might as well say it. Tomorrow's stream. There you go. All right, guys, I'll see you on the Discord, okay? Discord is absolutely 100% free, but I got to get to work.